Hello there, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. It's the 2nd of August, year 2025, both at Australian Eastern Standard Time / Sydney time and local Beijing time. So, well, just like to pop up to the global internet, well, to show you guys that I'm still in one piece and breathing amidst of this brutal and hostile summer. Yeah, so as we know it, summer in year 2025 has gained her full strength and shows no mercy nor intention to retreat anytime soon. So yeah, so as a result, I'd just like to rant and vent a bit more about my current shitty life and so on and so forth. So basically, I have found nothing, absolutely nothing interesting. Well, except making a video every now and then, and sleeping and indulging in oversleep, just to find a temporary escape route from this harsh and cruel and highly hostile reality. Yeah, so probably you guys can tell I pretty much have been bedrotting for nearly a week until this morning. I managed to have gotten up and brushed my teeth and took a shower and so on, just find all those routines so laborious, so exhausting, so tedious and boring. Yeah. And yeah, I beg your pardon for not being able, for not having filmed a live stream for more than a week, since I do remember that I promised, to give you guys a bit of in-depth talks about institutional misandry. Yeah. Yes, I believe I have. Well, I won't say that I've done lots of homework or due diligence to come up with more speculations and interpretations about how the world treats us men so brutally and so mercilessly, um, and blah blah blah. But yeah, so far, just live off or live below the radar. You know, learn to keep your head down and your mouth shut when necessary. Don't broadcast what you have been up to those who who don't need to know. Um, just you know um, learn to protect and defend your mystery, your barrier, boundaries, so that you don't lose your precious um, energy and strength to those lurking and looming energy vampires and haters. Though I won't say that I came across that many haters or energy vampires recently. Um, well, but I certainly did hit some bummers, some setbacks. Well, for example, unfortunately, somehow, um, um, Patreon age restricted my page, and made made they made requests, more like a demand that I verify my identity, by mid-August. I just don't want to comply with their bullshit guidelines and regulations. It is just so nonsensical, so unreasonable. Though yes, I'm still trying to negotiate with them. I removed several posts. I suspect that I suspect hit that somehow hit their nerves or blah blah blah, hoping they recategorize my page to for all audiences. But I well so far the chance of getting my page full functionality restored seems rather remote. So yes, so I must in other words, I must prepare for the worst case scenario. So as a result, for those who feel like supporting the for who feel like continuing showing some support and kind um, patronage to my presence on YouTube. I have yes in I have well, I opened a buy me a coffee page, and I shall, yeah, I shall take the liberty to to house to back up some of my exclusive exclusive posts there. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, I don't suppose I have much else to report to you guys. Things have become even more hostile, more um um challenging to maneuver to cope with. Over the past several months, ever since summer began. I've lost a lot of businesses and here and there, east and west. Um, and to make the matters worse, I suspect that one of my um, debit cards got hacked. So yeah, I'll have to find some time and squeeze out some money, to recharge my prepaid phone to speak to Westpac to request for a replacement card. Sooner or later. Yeah, it's just a freaking shit. How the heck did those hackers get access to my debit card information? That I worked so hard to to protect and you know yeah, it's just freaking shit. I just don't know what else to say, what else to comment on such shitty matter, on such shite. Yeah, it's just freaking shit to have to survive in this ruthless, brutal, and highly hostile, highly unforgiving dystopia in year 2025. Um, yeah, it's just freaking shit. Um, yeah, still in any event, in any regards, I shall see what I can do to restore my my operation on freaking shit twat. Freaking shit twat. Patreon, I beg your pardon. It's just freaking twat. Patreon is such a freaking twat. Freaking twat. Yeah, I have, I beg your pardon for my intense stuttering, but, I wish I could, have a say, in their policies, in these stupid, guidelines that, they keep hidden, um, as to, what exactly, falls into the category of sexually explicit, or for adults, or blah blah blah, or otherwise, and despite the fact that I've sent them more than a dozen of emails, or they just kept sending me automated response allegedly generated by this stupid AI twat. So I just don't know what else to say and to do other than just um, divert to buy me a coffee and gumroad.com. So yeah, well, but in any event, please um don't please do not feel pressured to to support, you know yeah, I'll just put the link here, for a couple of minutes. Yeah, but yeah, in any regards, thank you very much for hearing my rant and grievances. If God's still willing, hope to see you guys around, back on YouTube, rumble.com, buy me a coffee and Gumroad, etc. So yeah, take care. Stay far from weak and stay out of trouble. And cheers. Bye.